Hi guys, it's Gaon here again. Welcome to the Off the Syllabus Pockets.
And it's Shun here. Nice to meet you guys again.
Hi, how are you guys feeling after the finals? Are you guys feel like you did well on the finals? I think the professors are in the in the moment, like professors are grading our papers and our exams, so we are all excited for our results. But like the holidays are also here. We had experienced Christmas, so this episode it's like filmed after 2 days after the Christmas. And so, how did you guys celebrate it? You guys can always let us know by commenting on our comment sections or just DMing from our Instagrams. I'm not sure. Did you do anything fun for the Christmas holiday?
Yeah, I did something like actually like at first I didn't have plan. I was like just staying at home and then my friend's family just like calling me up like, oh, they are going somewhere, so do you want to follow? Because they know that I'm alone again. So they will be like, oh, let's please follow us and you will have fun. So I went to kind of like a shopping outlet. And then fortunately there were like some fake snows there. So somehow like my Christmas feel a bit more festive than like staying at home. So I saw the fake snows and I had dinner with my friends and like so I guess like it was better than I didn't plan. So yeah, that's how
Yeah,
I
yeah.
spend the Christmas. How
I
about you,
think
Kang?
it's very sweet. Yeah, I think it's very sweet that the family invited you over, to go around. Yeah. And then the extra point is that you live in Bangkok and you get to experience the snow. Yeah, the fake snow, the still like snow, right? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah. For me, in Yangon, like there isn't much to do during Christmas. I just go to a cafe in the evenings, and the thing is that they're selling Christmas cookies and Christmas things donuts, and I try one of those like the one that has like mint inside. Like I enjoy like mint chocolates or mint lattes. So I choose that one, and then I also had a like iced chocolate instead of hot chocolates. It's not very cold, even though it's Christmas. And so that's what I have for like go out and like grab a bite, have some snacks. And the thing is that, the cafe actually like in front of some of the like big Christmas tree like decorations in Yangon. So I saw like many people come over to take pictures. So I was just watching them. They also like dress up for Christmas. Like they dress up in red and greens. And yeah, so I go around, I hang out for a while and then go back. Yeah. But it's nice to like talk to friends during Christmas. Yeah.
Hmm. I think like it's fascinating actually like to see people like well even if you're not like religious or something like that, like if it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Christmas, I feel like all people are wearing like white, green and red automatically.
Yeah.
That is really fascinating to see, right? I think it doesn't matter like the countries, but people are like trying to wear because like when I went to that like outlet too, like more all people are almost wearing like red, like they have rehearsed with each other. So it
Yeah.
was really fascinating to see.
Yeah, I think everybody loves Christmas and they love to be a part of it. They love to celebrate it. I think it's because that oftentimes like Christmas is about, love and, sharing gifts, exchanging gifts and just, having fun and getting cozy. So I think that's why like people love to celebrate it.
Yeah, I
And then
think so.
the
Only bad side is like we didn't get the gift because we were already at that. So that's the only bad side I think.
yeah, yeah, that sucks. And I think the new year it's on the way. It's the holiday seasons. Do you have any plans for the whole upcoming New Year?
I might have
Yeah,
some
yeah.
like because I my friends are coming over and like they will be like
Oh,
staying at my house like for the New Year. So guess like at least I will be lonely like living alone. at least like they are here. And another thing is like all of them are from Parumi. Like some of them
Oh,
were from Parumi before, and
uh,
some of them are still with me like in Parumi right now. So like which is really fascinating, right? Like although like we are like online university, we are going to like celebrate the New Year together personally in physical place. So which is really surprising. So like actually like we didn't really expected much of it too. Like we were just like
mm,
planning on impulse and like, oh, I will come to Bangkok and then stay at my home. And we were just like, oh, okay,
okay,
plans with you. So it was like really another fascinating thing to see like how we came together. Like although like we were just like virtual friends before. So that's my
exactly. Yeah.
plan, I guess, for now. How about you, Gal?
That I think like for me also like one of the friends from Power Me invited me like to go out for dinners and some drinks in the evenings. So I think hopefully it will happen. It will happen. She just reached out to me like on last weekend and telling me that do you have any like New Year plans? I say no. And like she said like we should hang out and like, maybe like yeah we'll go around have some dinner and have some drinks and then hopefully we'll go back home early as well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have a date, even if it's with friends, right? At least
Yeah,
you should
yeah,
need you
exactly.
need a date.
Yeah, I think
I
like
hope you got
for me,
friends.
yeah, I think like in this day I want to celebrate, holidays or like birthday, upcoming birthday or anything that I want to celebrate in this day. So yeah, I'm planning to, just enjoy it.
True,
Yeah,
true,
speaking
true.
of the like New Year's, and the holidays, like the year 2025 it's like already, like approaching to end. It's only been like only left like a few days. And then I think like by the time we uploaded this video, I think it will probably be the last day of the like 2025, right? So like how was the experience for you like in the whole year? And like, do you like what will be your like the most vivid, the most you have fun like memories or something that you will remember if you kind of look back to the year 2025?
I guess like 2025 was at least better than 2024 for me, at least. Because like I got a chance to go back to my home country, like even for like
Mhm.
3 or 4 days, but still like it's
Mhm.
a good sign, right? That we can go back for a few days. And also like we went together on an exchange too. And then my senior year started. So which mean like my dream of uh being graduate is like getting closer. And we are also like our seniors are also preparing their capstone projects. So which is like a total new thing for us. Like we had a long time thinking like what our project should be, and we were like fighting on deadlines, and we were like trying to like analyze what our like projects details are or something like that. And like it was fun, uh although like it might be a bit exhausting like at the same time, but still it was fun. So I guess I have achieved many things this year. And although like of course there will be struggles along the way, but still like I feel like there are more like achieved things, like more success than in 2024. Because like maybe like in 2024 I was struggling with relocating things, and but in 2025 I'm more like more stabilized, and I have like done much more things like now that I'm in like in a kind of like more maybe like safer place to I feel things. So yeah, I think like it's a better year for me. So how about you, Gal?
Yeah, for me, like 2025, it's like so fast. It happens so fast. And, for like the previous year, 2024, I can see like pace by pace going through, like I had a pace that, I'm gonna travel. I had a pace that, I'm gonna try a new job. I started getting into like permits, I have a pace, I live by pace, But then like for the like 2025, it just happened so fast to me. I didn't know how we are, only like 3 days away from ending the year now. And then like for me, one of the most like having fun memory, it's like being able to visit Taiwan. That was like one of the, highlights that I'm always gonna remember if I'm gonna look back to the year 2025. And so yeah, that will be one for me. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like uh,
Mm.
and the thing is that, for me, I usually do the year end reflections. By the end of the year 2024, I did that. And I use a like planner books that it's provided by the Counseling Corner. They are kind enough to share me for free the template. So I use it like to reflect the years and also like to set some of the goals for the year 2025. And I feel like most of the goals actually come true for me. Maybe because of the planner, it's very detailed and very helpful. So I usually do the reflections. That's what I want to say here. It's usually the reflection so that I think like some if we are not gonna just sit and reflect, I think it is very easy that time's just gonna be like disappear in a blink and we won't remember anything at all. So I just take some notes, write something down, and I do that to like reflect the years and to see where I landing and where I want to go next. So what about you, Michelle? Like, do you actually like do you also someone like who do those kind of reflections, or are you just more of like, don't do it, just go with the flow and see how things are turning around. You don't define it by a year. Yeah.
Um, Maybe I'm kind of like a mix of both because I might not like do things like do the reflection deeply like you, but I do. But I was like just trying to like come up with a video like recap video of the 2025. So like I was like reviewing all the clips and the photos I took this year. So like I was looking at my camera and the like phones and like I was just reviewing things and there like I also like kind of like I feel like those videos and images remind me how I was or how I felt at that moment or at that time. So I feel like that's also like another good way to reflect, right? Rather than like maybe one thing we can do is just like you like doing like checklists or something like that, analysis something like that. But another thing we can do is just like me, right? We can just like go back to all our photos and videos and then reflect like oh what we did this year. And I feel like I also did like quite a few new things and those were like maybe I might never think of doing those things back in 2024. So yeah, I feel like it was also a good way to review too, but not might be like technically one but just like more like fan one, like reviewing all those videos and images for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I also did that. Like, I also, go back to the like phone galleries and just look back, and then you just surprised that, oh my God, in June I was doing that, and then I didn't remember anymore. Well, I did that already. So I think those are the moments, we found like, fun, like just going back through the galleries or just sometimes I go through the notes, the notes that I had, and then I would just see all sort of notes in my phone. So yeah, it was quite fun to just reflect. And I think like one of the good things about like doing reflection, maybe either is you write things down, or you just trying to just sit down and just try to remember what you did. You might like Mushroom say, like you might just as well, look at the pictures, photos back, or just notes back. And then I think that one of the good things about is that, that, time isn't just, like slipping away. You know that you were doing those things, you were doing those, action, taking those actions or enjoying those moments, and you understand, you start to realize and understand, how you have always been, on the track that you want to go, or even if you don't feel like it, now you know that, you were not just, letting the time slip away. You were actually doing some things, and, you were enjoying some things. And, maybe if you want to change the direction, you're going to change direction next year. So I think that that's how like reflection play like a great part in our life, that, the more we recalls and just, sit down and reflect what we had done, the clearer like where we want to go and what we want to do, like become more like the clearer for me. So yeah, that's how I feel about the whole like reflection things. And I didn't usually do it like before like Counseling Corner recommended me to do it. And then I did that like in 2023, like at the end of the 2024, and the whole 2025 years. I think like I can track it down. I like somehow like that's how I feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like you made a really good point. Like, uh, maybe we are feeling like the 2025, right? A whole year passed by really quick. But it might not be because like it really does, but it might be because we have been like busy with many things, or we have been doing many
Exactly.
things.
Yeah.
So that's why we feel like it passed by really quick because we were busy to even notice that time is slipping away. So yeah, I think that's a really good point that you said. And I hope that like many of you guys are feeling that too. And like even if you think that you might not have done like many things or achieved many success, but you might be wrong because right when we analyze ourselves, right, we might be biased and we might miss out some things. Like maybe let's say I might not think that this is a huge success, but for the others, it might be a huge success for
Yeah, yeah,
them.
exactly.
So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so I feel like don't be encouraged discouraged. Don't be discouraged if you think
Yeah.
that you haven't done like much things this year too. Don't worry, you will be doing much more things next year and you will be achieving much more success this year. So yeah, during the review process, don't be discouraged. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we tend to forget that, we achieved something like back in the year, in the beginning of the year, or, in the middle of the year, and we just don't take credit for it anymore. And then, looking back, you might just, surprise that, how I actually did that. I never thought I could do it, Then that's the good part about the reflection. And yeah, what about the goal setting part, Michelle? Like, do you usually like set goal for like a new year? Is that what you normally do?
Um, okay, so should I say okay, I'm a goal setter or not? I'm thinking. So like of course like many people like they have goals at the start of the year, right? Although it might not
Yeah,
be like get
exactly.
to pay later, but I'm sure that all people, right? All people like set goals at the start of the year. And just like them too, I have quite numbers of goal sets for the next year. But for now, I only have like three or four yet. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I also think that you have already set some too, right? So should we
Yeah, yeah.
share that with our audience?
Yeah, yeah, I can share a few. To me, like to be honest, I'm also still in the process. The thing is that we just finished the final, so I'm also like taking some time to actually, sit down and reflect, and and then think about what I'm gonna do next. So I haven't actually got much on my list yet as well. But the thing is that, like with the goal setting, I mean, I think one of the key things that I always try to keep in mind when I try to set the goal is that, like, to keep it realistic. I think it's very important, not setting too high or too low. Even if it is too low, you're gonna think that, that list is just not useful at all for you, like you're just gonna achieve it anyway. And then another thing is that, setting too high, for example, like like for me, like it's gonna sound funny, but then like just like setting like for every subject I'm gonna get a full point with GPA, that's like very too high for me, unrealistic for me. So don't do that if you're not the kind of person, who usually do very well in the, studying, or, or maybe just, make it like manageable steps. For example, like, like for every assignment that I submit, I'm gonna try to get like some percentage, like 90 percentage, 80 percentage, and then maybe they will like slowly build it up. So that's how I usually do it. I try to make my like goals more trackable for me. That's one of the key habits that I keep in mind whenever I'm like, planning, or whenever setting a goal. Yeah.
Yeah, true, true. Like be realistic in our goals, right? And another things that I want to add is I think like all people also know like it's better if your goals have like a time frame to achieve it.
Mhm.
Like I think
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
really important thing too, right? Like let's say for me, right, like my senior project, of course, it has to be done before my graduation in order to graduate. So just like that, right? Like even within that time frame, we can also like maybe let's say like we can also divide the task smaller and then we can like put it into like each time frame and like when we combine
Yeah,
all of them like the deadline will be what we are going to have the finished products, right? So I think like it's also better to set the time frame on your goals too. So like I think that will somehow make your goals like achievable, more achievable. So yeah, I think
exactly,
that's another
exactly.
thing. Yeah, that's another thing that you need to think about too. Like even if you think like okay, this doesn't need to have time frame. That's also fine, right? Like we doesn't
Yeah,
need that
yeah,
every goal need to have time frame, but it's better like if some of them have goal frame, time frame, so that you can do better things, right?
yeah, yeah. You can track it better, and so you can manage it better. You can take more control over the goal. Yeah, exactly. Do you want to share some of the goal you had already setting for
I
2026?
can.
Okay,
I can. But
sure.
before going to my goals, I think that you said a really good one thing, right, which is tracking. So yeah, I
Oh
think that
yeah,
you also need to have a plan to track your goals too, right? Like
yeah,
it doesn't stop like there like being real estate and like having time frame, but you also need to track, right? Like if there isn't like
exactly, exactly.
anything to track your goals, like I'm not sure like whether even if you have achieved it already, you might not realize it because you haven't been tracking it along the way, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
that's why like
exactly.
I think it also need to you have to need like you need to have a plan to track it too. And
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah,
like how Hong Kong do, right? Like we can have a planner or like something that support us, or maybe like there are also like kind of like applications too, I'm sure, like to
exactly.
track
Yeah,
of your goals and also maybe you can even like just put a note on your phone and like it would be fine too, right? So yeah, at least like you don't need to track of it daily, but maybe at least like
hmm,
once a month or like twice a month that would be fine, right? So yeah, I think
yeah.
another thing is that you need to track it too.
Yeah, it's so true. The thing is that, when you track their habits, sort of like, habits towards the goal, when you track it down, it's actually quite empowering as well. I'm not sure like if you guys play Duolingo, it's like on Duolingo, you can always see like, the strict, how do you call it, the strike or something, like, you have like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, like the numbers keep like, getting large, and it is actually very empowering. You know that you have done, like lots of day, you have put your time into it. So like whenever you track it down, for example, like for this week, I exercise for like 3 days. So you choose off the, like, so for example, like you like just circle on the calendars on the day you start, yeah, you exercise, and then you do it like weekly and weekly. It is so like trackable, because like whenever you look at the calendar, you can see that, 3 circles are missing or 2 circles are missing. You all can always see the track, like how many days you still need to work out. And at the same time, looking back, you can see that, all the days you had done the workout. So I think it's actually, sometimes we get stuck like in the middle, right? When we start a habit, whenever we like achieve something, maybe maybe it's too small, or you just work out for like 5 minutes and you feel like it is improving, you're motivated, but then somewhere in the like middle it is quite hard to get stuck. Maybe you were just gonna doing your 15 minutes regularly workout routine, but then you didn't feel like you're achieving that much. It's just a regular thing back to you, but then if you're gonna look back, you're gonna see all the 15 minutes that you have put each day. So I think that's the powers of having a tracker. Yeah.
Or like if you don't want to track yourself, ask someone to track. Maybe your boyfriend or
Yeah.
girlfriend or like even your parents or like friends is okay too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because like sometimes your friends might also have the like same goal as you. So maybe you can help each other by tracking. So yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be encouraged,
Very
like
good
even if you are
idea.
singles, right?
I should try
Just
it.
like have someone or find someone to track for you. So yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry,
I should do
guys.
that. I should totally do that with a friend. I never thought, we could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like even you and I can have like some same goals and we can tr help
Yeah, we
tracking
can
each
try that. We
other.
can try
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, we can try that. Totally.
Okay. Hey, so like I think like you said, like maybe we can share some of our goals, like not all, because I'm sure like we haven't finished yet. But let's say like some of our goals. So I can go first. So like one of my goal is to like successfully complete my senior capstone. Because I might have like told you or not, but I don't remember it. But my capstone project is like making a documentary, and I'm doing like a research on the like wildlife media, like Thailand wildlife media on Myanmar audience. So I feel like that is what also like the field I'm interested in. So like I just want to like successfully complete that one. Like I want the documentary to come out properly, like at least like properly, like even if it's not to the pro standards, but still like I would want it to be more than a fan made one. So yeah, so I think like that is my largest goal for next year, I guess. Yeah. How about you? What would be your largest goal? Have you know yet?
Yeah, I haven't actually like write down the goal, but then I have some in mind. One of the things that I'm definitely gonna do next year, it's like to read more, like to read more books or more articles. You might as well know me that I'm interested in writings and like writing in different kinds of writing, like whether it's creative writings or media reportings or just academic paper, like I feel the need to improve in all those areas for my writings. And one of the way to improve is to read more. I've been trying to pick up more books like since like 2025, like the beginning of 2025. I think I achieved like this is probably one of the year that I read the most book like throughout my life. But still it's around only like 20 books for the whole year. So in the next upcoming year, I'm challenging myself to read more of the like new articles or or blog articles, like a blog from like Washington Post or blog from the New Yorker magazines, or those kind of like writing style that I want to explore more. So, and then like I that is also one of the goal for this year, but then I didn't actually quite achieve it. And I'm thinking of, adding those like goals into my like routine. For example, like when I have my morning coffee, instead of just, like watching a YouTube video. That's what I usually do. Whenever I have food, I watch like YouTube videos. Instead of that, maybe I'll try to, read an article. Maybe I'll try to just read as much as I can. I might not actually finish the whole article in the morning coffee. Maybe like in the evening or afternoon tea, I'll just, reread it again, see how much I can do so far. So reading more is definitely one of the things that I'm gonna do next. Yeah.
I hope you achieve that. I will be cheering on you
Yeah, yeah.
for sure. Like I want to
Thank you.
see like your articles and like famous papers and like please let me know if you have done it, okay?
Yeah, I
I
will.
think like another thing is that like we might not always have like new goals every year,
Hmm.
right? Like we
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have like
exactly.
some
Yeah.
carry on goals. So do you want
Right.
to like
Yeah.
also like talk about that too?
Yeah. So another goal that I didn't actually achieve this year is to work out more. The thing is that, I used to work out a lot, like when I was younger. Like I would work out like, for example, like 3 days a week or, 4 days a week, like regularly. I will do it. I'd probably not be going to a gym or anywhere else, but then I will work out at my homes. Or there were like months where I would go to just gyms and then go to a gym and I will work out there. For this year, I was planning to work out like I was super motivated in the beginning of the year, so I gonna like work out for like 5 times a week or like 4 times a week. I gonna do that every day if I can. But then clearly I couldn't do that, with the like schools and also part times and everything, like the clubs activities. I couldn't do so. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna retry this year. Maybe I'll just set like 2 days a week to work out. That's how I'm gonna like lower there's the expectations because I have experienced it, like maybe I quite even struggle to have like 3 day to work out. So maybe I'll just go around two. And if I can pick up my habits or my routine in that two days or like workout, I will gradually increase the days. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna carry. And speaking of carrying, like I also have another goal that I'm gonna carry, which is like I've been trying to do this. Sometimes, like most of like sometimes one of my habit is that I tend to say yes a lot. For example, like whenever there is new opportunity, I'm gonna say yes. Or whenever there is something that I'm interested in, I'm gonna try it, and say yes to it. So one of the things that I'm gonna do, like in the middle of this year, like 2025, I talked to myself, like, maybe like I should take some of the things off my plate and just like set aside some of the time that I'm just gonna, just do something that my future self will appreciate. For example, like reading or just working out, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna like put some time aside. So I think like I'm gonna try doing that. Maybe that every 2 weeks I'll just put aside some time off rather than I would try not to spend that time with like doom scrollings or just watching my favorite television show again and again. I'll try not to do so, but that's also one of the goal that I'm gonna carry because I just realized that I've been trying to like pack my schedule as much as I can in this year. Maybe that's not the right way to do so. Maybe I'll try to balance out. So that's one thing that I'm gonna carry. Yeah. What about you? Are you gonna carry on goals? Do you have any?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I do have like some carry on goals. And I think like one of that is to pick my career, like because I asked, I'm like interested in those like media stuff and like creative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like I actually like did a few like vlogging videos like at the start of the year, but somehow like my seniors destroy me, my senior year destroy me. So like I haven't been able to do that like since like later half of the year. So like there
Mm-hmm.
are like I feel like there's even like 1,000 of videos like how can I say like in my phones and camera. Like so I might be like editing those again, and also I might be making some new videos, and like maybe I might really do it professionally like next year. I hope so.
Mm.
Like because I it's
Wow.
really hope you subscribe my channel too, okay?
I
So like
definitely will. I'm looking forward to it. It's very
yeah, so
exciting.
like I will be doing that more on a like maybe like more on a kind of like a career level, like rather than just a
Mm-hmm.
hobby. So like I might carry on that goal and upgrade it to another level next year. So yeah, just like you, right? Like you will be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
doing a better self of you next year too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I think like those carry on goals are better than the new ones, really, because like we
Exactly,
already
exactly.
yeah, we already know like why they didn't achieve so
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So like we can like somehow like avoid the like the struggle that we might be facing. So I think like those carry on goals are better, honestly. So yeah. Yeah, I think like we have talked about our new goals, carry on goals, and like so what should we talk next?
Can we just end? 跟那里有 carry on goals 呢吓，这个會塞表嚟前咯，表嚟完啦。
Okay. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 馬上嚟嘛。嗯，塞表。
And yeah, I totally agree. And I think like the thing that, we know better about carry on goal is that the carry on goals are sort of like bounded with our identity, who we are, what we really love to do, you know? Those are the goals that we've been trying to achieve like for a couple of years, but somehow we stumble. It's not like we didn't achieve at all. I think like though for those goals we achieved to a certain level, but we wanna, like you say, like upgrade it, improve it better, to actually be at a place where you really want to be. So I think like that's why, those career and goals are really matters to us and we feel like, what's gonna work. We know exactly that what's going to work and what's not going to work. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, carry on goals are another way of like setting our goals, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is the end of today's episodes. Thank you all for staying with it until the end, to the end of the podcast during the holiday seasons. And we were very much looking forward to hearing back from you guys and spending more time with you guys in the upcoming year.
Sure, like I'm sure like you guys all of you have finished your finals and like I wish that like in the upcoming next year too like we are also having a graduation again, right, for the seniors class of 2026 and for the juniors upcoming juniors like class of 2028 class of 28. So I wish that all of you guys are going to graduate together and I wish that like all of you have like going to graduate with flying colors. And I really wish that and also those like who are fighting your best in everything at school, like I hope you have like better opportunities and also chances to like experience new things. And I also hope that like you win that like you are getting good to selected for the like exchanges too. So yeah, I really wish that.
Yeah, we all wish you have a really great and successful upcoming 2026. Yeah. The thing is that both Marshawn is also graduating with her bachelor degrees, and I think hopefully I'm also gonna get my AA degrees in 2026. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that both of us are going to graduate in one way or another. So yeah. Yeah, and I also hope to see many of you guys too. And have fun during your uh is it like window break?
That's we're moving to our winter breaks. Yeah.
Okay, so I have fun during the winter breaks and I hope that and I wish that you don't have like any walks to do. Like maybe like some walks other than school. Maybe like no school walks during your break and I hope like you will be energized again and all the best for your upcoming semester.
Have a great break, guys. Have a great time. Bye bye.
Hi.